if that was the case. Let's ask Chandler Jones, the Patriots defensive end, joins us on the show. First of all, welcome. And what was that conversation like at halftime in the locker room?
We just knew, we knew that we had to play better. Going into the half and it being 24-0, it's definitely not where we wanted to be. But, definitely we had to get back out there and play better football, and so we did.
Anybody yell?
Well, we won't talk about the yelling. There's always going to be yelling. There's always, personally, I was yelling. Yelling at myself with frustration, try to put certain things on myself to help the team out. So it was definitely yelling. What
was the scouting report on the Broncos, Chandler?
Well, the Broncos have a lot of impact players. They have a lot of go-to guys. They have Wes Welker, both Thomases. One of the Thomases are out, unfortunately. Also Eric Decker, Peyton Manning. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game. So they had a lot of weapons offensively. I think it was just to get pressure. My personal goal was just to get pressure on him. You don't want a guy like Peyton Manning just sit back in the pocket and just pick at your defense. So just certain things, just getting to him. Get inside the pocket, get outside the pocket, just getting to him. And that was my job, just getting to him. And I think that's every week, but definitely on a quarterback like Peyton.
But here you are, 23, I think.
Yep.
And here you got Peyton Manning there. You're playing with Brady, but you got Peyton Manning on the other side. And you probably watched TV and you realized he would do all those things at the line of scrimmage. And now there you are listening to Peyton Manning. Is it ever one of those out-of-body experiences where you're going, okay, I'm lined up here and there's Peyton Manning and I'm getting ready to go sack him? You ever think that?
You know what? And it's funny that you said that because I had, luckily and fortunately, I had that opportunity as a rookie. Last year, I got the chance to play him. So I had that little feeling last year about here I am at the age of 22, 23, and here's Peyton Manning making checks and adjustments just like I saw him on TV. So I experienced it last year. So it wasn't that exciting the second time around.
Do you listen to what he says at the line of scrimmage?
Definitely. Maybe certain things could help you later in the game, or if not, with a quarterback that smart, I'm pretty sure things will change. But definitely, maybe it could help you, maybe not. That's just being a student of the game and just being aware of what's going on around you.
One of those moments where you're in awe, whether it's Belichick or Brady. When you first get to the Patriots, which one left you a little bit uncomfortable or not sure what to say when you met him?
It was Tom Brady. It was definitely Tom. I can take you back to the day I met him. I was getting taped, actually, in the training room, the first day of practice. And, everyone calls me Rook. Hey, Rook, do this. Rook, do that, being the first pick. So, I'm getting taped, and someone taps me on my shoulder and say, hey, Chandler, it's a pleasure to have you on the team. And I turn around, and it's Tom, and I kind of stuttered, and he kind of smiled. I think he knew that I was a little bit starstruck. But I said, hey, thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. And I kind of, stared at him like, you're Tom. But, ever since then, it's cool. He comes into work every day. His locker's right across from mine, so it's pretty cool.
I can imagine. Hey, it's a pleasure to have you on this team, and you're thinking, and then you're just staring. Right. So you found yourself staring at him, not saying anything?
Right. I was more like, it's a pleasure of you talking to me. Right. You know my name. Here I am, a rookie.
The win, though, the locker room afterwards, after you win and you come back with that kind of comeback, what was it like?
It was a great feeling. It was a great feeling, and it was just a testimony. And not just for our team, but I said it in the previous interview, and just for every team. I'm pretty sure there was guys around the NFL watching that game, young football players watching that game, coaches, high school coaches, college coaches, even Pee Wee, just to see that you can have a moment just to never give up. You're down 24 points, 1.5, and just for us to rally up and come back as a team together, and it's just a great feeling. It's just for everyone to witness that did witness it. It's just a great feeling, and it just helps our team out as far as with everything.
He's Chandler Jones, the Patriots defensive end, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. You get picked on a lot when you were growing up by your brothers?
I got picked on every single day, especially being the youngest.
Okay, who was tougher on you? Arthur plays for the Ravens. John, of course, UFC light heavyweight champ. Who would pick on you more?
It was John, to be honest with you. John was the one. You know, growing up the fighter, he used to always have little temper problems all the time, and I would pick my battles wisely. My oldest brother Arthur, he never wanted to really pick on me too much or hit on me because he was the oldest, and he had to play the older brother role. So I kind of used that as an advantage, knowing that he wasn't going to hit me back. But John, he was the one that would get me.
If we went into the octagon, you against John. Finish the sentence. Finish the sentence, Chandler.
You know what? I think I take a shot at him. I'll run a little bit, but I wouldn't back down. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't back down.
How would he do on a football field?
That's a good question. John's a tremendous athlete, and he also played defensive tackle, believe it or not, when he was in high school. And that's actually how he got the name John Bones Jones, which is his fight name, if you didn't know. But he was just so skinny in his big pads, and he just looked like a bag of bones. So they call him John Bones Jones. So I feel like if he played football, he'd be pretty good. We have to put some more meat on him, but he'll be good.
See, I thought the Bones Jones, I thought it meant that he would break bones with his nickname.
Well, it's a double meaning. It's definitely a double meaning. John Bones is being skinny bones, and John Bones as far as breaking them.
Have you seen Brady wear the same thing twice after a game? Like the same thing?
You know, I haven't paid attention too much of his attire, but I would say he's very well dressed. He's a well dressed man, and actually, this is off the record. Actually, we weren't even talking about this person, but Julian Edelman is also a great dress player as well. He dresses well, so you guys got to pay attention to him.
Really?
As well. He is. He dresses very nice.
Yeah, but Brady goes Zoolander after games sometimes, Chandler.
Well, I think Julian goes Zoolander too. You got to check out his little repertoire, his little wardrobe. Check him out. Julian Edelman.
Well, see, Brady...
You might give Tom a little run for his money now.
Yeah, but Brady gets all the attention, though. After the game, everybody wants to talk to him. Edelman doesn't get up on the podium.
Exactly. Well, he's Tom Brady.
Have your brothers, anybody in your family, ask you to get an autograph of Brady?
You know what? They haven't. And, with my other brother playing for the Ravens, that will kind of be maybe a cardinal sin. And John probably will end up eventually. But actually, I could probably say I haven't asked anyone for any autographs yet. But I'm pretty sure with Christmas rolling around, I'll be that nagging teammate that's going to go up to one of these guys and get a few balls signed.
Hey, congrats on the season so far. Great to have you on, and thank you.
Thank you for having me, Dan.
All right, and that's Chandler Jones, Patriots defensive end.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.